Hi, my dear students. How are you, grade 5? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to have a new lesson. We are still in chapter 9 about the measurements. Our new lesson is lesson 13 of unit 9, which is about the elapsed time. The lesson is on pages 564 and 566. The main objective of our lesson is to give any two of these times, elapsed time, starting or ending time, and find any of them. So you might be given the starting time and the ending time, so you will find the elapsed. You might be given the elapsed time and the starting time, so you need to find the ending time, or you might be having elapsed time and ending time, so you will find the starting time. So you need to pay attention very well to the lesson. As usual, these are our instructions to download all the attached resources and open your student book on pages 564 to 566. Open your notebook, a new page, write the date and the day and the lesson title. Follow the instructions. You can repeat watching as many as you want and solve the questions in your notebook as the slides mention. Let's do this quick warming up. Do you remember how we find the number of minutes in 3 hours? First of all, you should remember that in each hour we have 60 minutes. So, in the 3 hours, how many minutes do we have? We're changing from hours to minutes, large to small. When we change any unit from larger one to smaller one, we multiply by 60 because we have 60 minutes. So you multiply 3 times 6, which is 18, and you kick your zero out. So it's 180 minutes. In the 78 minutes, we need to find how many hours are there and how many minutes will be left. So as you see, we're changing from minutes to the largest unit first, which is hours. So we divide. So 78, when you divide it by 60, let's try to do this mentally. How many 60 are in the 78? There is, of course, 160. So look, in the 78 minutes, we need to find the minutes and the 60 minutes. So there is one group of 60 minutes, which means 1 hour. And how many other minutes left? 18 minutes. Again, let me show you if you don't know how to find this way. You can divide simply 78 divided by 60. We know that there is only 160 in the 78, so we multiply. 1 times 60 is 60. Then subtract. 8 minus 0 is 8, and 7 minus 6 is 1. So there is 1 hour, and the remainder is related to minutes. We're dividing minutes, so what's left is minutes. So that is the 60 minutes here. So the 60 minutes is that 1 hour. It's this value. So you can do this way or the division way. So in the 1 hour, there are, 78 minutes, there is 1 hour and 18 minutes left. Let's now do or start working with the elapsed time. Now, how can you find how much time passes between two events. Like, for example, if you start watching a movie at a specific time and when you finish watching that movie, so you have here two events: the starting time of watching the movie and what time did the movie finish, the ending time. So here, that's called elapsed time. Elapsed time, or we can say duration of things that are happening. The ending time minus the starting time. So if you know which time did the movie finish and what time did the movie started, you can find the elapsed time or the duration of watching the movie by subtracting them. Let's have an example. There are many ways of finding the elapsed time. The first way is by using subtraction. So look at this way. If the ending time is 8 hours 35 minutes, the starting time 4 hours 20 minutes. We need to find the elapsed time. Again, where did we get the ending and starting time? Of course, there should be given in the question. Otherwise, you can't find the elapsed time. By using subtraction, you all the time start with the ending time. Which time did that event finish? Minus the starting time. Whenever you want to do the subtraction for time, you all the time start with the minutes, not the hours. So you start subtracting 35 minus 20. So it's 15. 5 minus 0 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. When you subtract the hours, 8 minus 4, 4 hours. So the elapsed time here is 4 hours, 15 minutes. Another example. We need to find the elapsed time for these two events. The ending time is 9 hours 18 minutes. The starting time is 7 hours 20 minutes. Subtract them. But as we said, we start with the minutes. If you look at the minutes, there is 18 minutes minus 20 minutes. But as you see, 18 is less than 20. We can't subtract. And we know in numbers, when we subtract, we should borrow. When you subtract these two numbers, you don't say 8 minus 0, 8, then 1 minus 2, we can't, so we borrow from the 9 will be 8, and the 1 will be 11. No, we are not subtracting normal numbers, we're subtracting times. So take the whole value of minutes. We have 18 minutes here and 20 minutes here. 18 is less than 20. So we're gonna borrow. Rename means borrow. You borrow from the hours. Now that's a whole hour. When you take from the hours, you don't take parts of it. You just take one whole. So when you take from the hours 1 hour, 8 hours will be left. We took 1 hour. That 1 hour will give the 18 minutes. How many minutes we should give to 18? We took 1 hour, so in the 1 hour, we have already 60 minutes. So we're gonna give the 18 60 minutes. So if you add 18 plus 60, that will be 78. So see, the 18 will be 78. Because we are borrowing from the hours. If you take 1 hour from here, you give 60 minutes here, and then you subtract them. Start with the minutes back. 78 minus 20. Now, since 78 is bigger, we can normally subtract 8 minus 0 is 8, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So we have 52. 8 hours minus 7 hours is 1 hour. So 1 hour and 58 minutes. This is the elapsed time. There is another way to find the elapsed time, which is using a number line. Using number line means we're gonna put the head timing for each hour, okay? Like for example here, the starting time is 1:45 p.m. The ending time is 3:30 p.m. Start with the starting time, 1:45. Now, what is the head timing after 1:45? It's 2 p.m. The ending time, as you see, is 3:30. So we need to reach 3. So 1:45, then 2 p.m., then 3 p.m., which is 1 hour. And after 3 p.m., when did that event finish? It ends at 3:30. So I don't want to reach 4. I just need 3:30. It doesn't matter that we should have equal spaces here. We just care about the numbers that we write on the number line. So look, when we jump from 1:45 until 2 p.m., we have 15 minutes. And we wrote from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., there's an hour. So what do you think from 3 p.m. until 3:30? How much did we jump here? Did we jump 1 whole hour? Of course not, because we didn't reach 4. It's just, as you see, 30 minutes. So these are the green numbers that we need. If you add them all together, the elapsed time is 1 hour and the minutes 15 and 30. So there is 1 hour, 15 plus 30 is 45 minutes. This is the elapsed time by using the number line. Let's do another example about using the number line. The starting time is 11 a.m. and the ending time is 1 and 9 minutes p.m. Now, draw your number line. Start with the starting time. It's 11 a.m. So this is 11 a.m. You know 11 a.m. is 11 in the morning. Okay? Now, go after 11 a.m. What do we have? We need to reach one head hour. So we need from 11 to 1, there is 12. So from 11, we go to 12. So that's an hour so far. Now we need 1 hour. See, because the ending time is 1. So 11 to 1, that's another hour. Now, how much do we need after 1? Look, it's 1, 9 minutes. So we just need 9 minutes after 1. So here are 9 minutes. So look, we jumped hour, another hour, then 9 minutes. So if you add the green numbers together, you get 2 hours and 9 minutes. How can you use elapsed time to find when events began or ended? So if you're given the elapsed time and the starting time to find the ending, or the ending time to find the starting, pay attention very well. If you understand the meaning of elapsed time, you can work with that easily. So here you have the starting time is 6:12 p.m. That event, elapsed time of it is 4 hours 20 minutes, which means it's lasted 4 hours 20 minutes. At what time it will finish? If you started at 6:12 p.m. and lasted 4 hours 20 minutes, what time do you think this event finished? You can do that mentally, by the way. It started at 6, it lasted 4 hours. So you can count 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay? Sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know the hours is 10 and the minutes 12 minutes plus 20 minutes, which is 32 minutes. So we found it mentally. But if you don't want to work with that mentally, you can do it by working the calculation. To find the ending time, if you have the start time, you just add the elapsed time. So you add, you put, remember, hours over hours, minutes over minutes. So when you add them, 12 plus 40 is 42, 6 hours plus 4 hours is 10 hours. PM, why PM? Because look, when any event started at 6 p.m., it lasted 4 hours 20 minutes. We are still in the duration of PM. Afternoon, in the evening. Okay, of course, we're not gonna finish in the morning. 4 hours is not that much. Another example, look here. We have the ending time. The ending time of this event is 3 and 5 a.m. The elapsed time of it is 1 hour 28 minutes. So there was an event started at a specific time. It lasted for 1 hour 28 minutes and it finished at 3 and 5 a.m. They want you to find what was, see, what was the starting time? How much was it before? So what was the starting time? It means you're going to subtract the ending time minus the elapsed time. So you will get the starting time. So the ending time is 3 hours and 5 minutes. The elapsed time is 1 hour 20 minutes. Now, do you remember how we subtract time? We start with the minutes. Can we take away 28 minutes from 5 minutes? Of course not. So we're going to use borrowing. When you borrow, you take 1 hour from the 3 hours, so 2 hours left. And when we give the 5 minutes, we give 60 minutes because there are 60 minutes in the hour. So the 5 plus 60, that will be 65. If you subtract them, now subtract normally. 5 minus 8, we can't. So the 5, let me show you how is here. 5 minus 8, we can't. So the 5 will borrow from the 6. 6 will be 5, and that 5 will be 15. So 15 minus 8 is 7, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So this is 37. Again, why didn't we do the borrowing from the 5? Because already the 28 minutes more than the 5 minutes. So even if you borrow from the 0 or whatever the number is, you can't subtract them. So we borrow from the hours. Now, 2 hours take away 1 hour, 1 hour will be left. So this is the starting time. Can you tell me what is the starting time? Is it in AM or PM? If the ending time is 3 AM, and we know AM means midnight. So before the starting time is, look, the elapsed time is just 1 hour and 28 minutes. So we are still so close to 3 AM. So that's AM, of course. We are still in the midnight. Let's start with the practice time. Now open your book, your notebook, page 565 and 566. Try to solve these questions by yourself, 4 minutes to do them, and keep in your mind this note. In the 1 hour, there is 60 minutes. Do questions 4 and 13. Find the elapsed time for each of them. When you're done, you can click to see the answers. Let's see the answers now. In number 4, you can use subtraction and you can use the number line. So if you use the number line here, the 1:25 p.m. and 3:16 p.m. They didn't mention for you which one is the starting and ending time, but you know that already. The first timing, look, which hour is first? What comes first during the day? Is it 1:25 p.m. or 3:16 p.m.? Of course, 1:25 p.m. So this is the starting time, and the 3:16 is the ending time. I'm going to write it for you so you don't forget it. Here is the starting time, and the 3:16 is the ending time. So be careful. You will not be told sometimes which of them is the starting time, which of them is the ending time. You have to know that by logic. 1:25 p.m. comes before 3:16 p.m. So draw your number line, and the starting time is 1:25 p.m. The head after 1:25 p.m. is 2. How many minutes from 25 minutes to 60 minutes? 35 minutes. Now 2 to 3, there is 1 hour. Now 3 to 16 only is 16 minutes. The elapsed time, there is 1 hour and 35 minutes and 16 minutes. In all, 1 hour and 51 minutes. Now number 13, there is 7:45 a.m. to 10:23 a.m. So this is the starting time. We started at 7 a.m., which means in the morning, 10 a.m. in the morning. If you use the subtraction way, you subtract the ending minus the starting. 23 minus 45 can't work, so we borrow 1 hour. 10 will be 9, 23 plus 60 is 83. If you subtract 83 minus 45, you get 38 minutes. And 9 hours minus 7 hours is 2 hours, so this is the elapsed time. Now, another questions to do them. Here you have another 4 minutes to do questions 19 and 20. You need to find each start time or ending time. Take your time. Once you're done, you can click to see the answers. So you can pause the video now until you solve them. Once you're done, you can continue watching. Let's start solve the questions together. Number 19, we have the starting time. It's 6:58 a.m. and the elapsed time is 3 hours 40 minutes. So to find the ending time, remember ending time, what will be? What will be, it means you add the starting time to the elapsed time. Now look, we put hours over hours, minutes over minutes, and you add. The minutes, if you add them, you get 98 minutes, and the hours, 9 hours. But look, is there something in the word that have 98 minutes? No, we maximum have 60 minutes. So the 90 minutes is actually 60 minutes, and if you subtract 98 from 60, you get 38 minutes. So that 60 minutes is 1 hour. We give that hour to the 9 hours that we had already. So it's 10 hours. And the 30 minutes that we had, 38 minutes. Again, why did we do that? Because 98 is more than 60, and the maximum numbers of minutes that we could have is 60 minutes in the hours. So the 98 minutes, take away 60 minutes of it, so we get 1 hour. We give that hour to the 9, so we will have 10. How much left when you take away 60 minutes from 98? You just subtract 98 minus 60, it's 38 minutes. Now, in 20, you have the ending time, 5:36 p.m. You need to find the elapsed time, which is 4 hours 9 minutes. We need to find here the starting time. Okay, so the starting time, what was it before? Before. So we subtract. So look, when we need to find ending, what will be, you add. The starting time, what was it, you subtract. So when you subtract the ending time from the starting time, 36 minus, sorry, from the elapsed time, 36 minus 9 is 27. In 5 hours minus 4 is 1 hour. So the starting time is 1:27 p.m. I hope you got the lesson very well. You need to watch the lesson one more time maybe, or more than 2 times, as much as you want until you get everything. Once you're done, you can do your homework. Your homework is due Tuesday, 21st of April, not after 2:30 p.m. I just want to tell you something, that some students are sending messages to say that we're trying to open the links, but they're not opening because, see, the deadline of submitting your homework is 2:30 p.m. If you try to submit your homework after this timing, it will not work. So be careful to not to be late in sending your homework. Thank you for watching. Bye.